Hello everyone. In the previous class, we had discussed about different types of organization in construction management. Okay, so today we are going to see management style. So coming to the definition of management style, so management style is based on different behaviors or actions that managers exhibits in different leadership position. So management style is related to the manager behavior or his action, whatever the action he is going to take with respect to his positions. Okay, in the previous class we had studied about the different positions of managers or workers in the organization, any kind of organization. Okay, it may be construction or educational or any other private sectors. Okay, in that any kind of organization, the how the manager will behave. Okay, because manager is the topmost person in any organization who have the direct contact between workers and management persons. Okay, so it is related to the manager behavior. So this is also known as a leadership style. Okay, then a manager has to lead different types of subordinates, yes, and he has to adopt different styles for leading them according to situations. Following are the some main types of management styles. Okay, so in that first one, autocratic or authoritarian style, and second one, democratic or participative style, and last one, laissez-faire style. So one by one we will see now. So in the first one, autocratic style. So before I start the autocratic style, I want to say a few things about these all three. So understanding the various management style is crucial, or it is important to managerial success, because it allows the thoughtful manager to choose the right style for each employee, so circumstance, type of work or environment. Okay, then if you are to maximize your effectiveness as a manager, you must be able to apply the appropriate managerial approach in each situation. Okay, so in the coming to the autocratic style, so here definition of autocratic is: autocratic manager basically make decision without consulting the subordinates, because means whatever the decision is need to be taken at the site. I am taking example of site work here at the site. So that project manager, PM project manager will be take it himself without consulting the any subordinate. Subordinate means who will come under subordinates. He may be junior engineer or assistant engineer. So without consulting junior engineer or assistant engineer, the PM project manager who are there, so he will take the decision. Okay, so if I speak about the few characteristic of this autocratic style, so such autocratic leaders are also known as a taskmaster. Okay, taskmaster we can say. Then or detector can we, on another word for the taskmaster. So such leader maintain a high degree of control. Here I have mentioned. Okay, such leader, the leader who have the behavior character like autocratic style, so they maintain a high degree of control and they set a very clear and quantifiable and short-term objectives using rewards for a successful accomplishment and punishment for the non-achievement. Means if someone is doing very well, then definitely he will assign the reward. If someone is not doing their work, then he is able to punish them. Okay, then they are a task oriented. Yes, they are a task oriented, because hence he is a task oriented means when immediate productivity gains are required, he is always ready to give that one. Okay, autocratic leaders prove to be very effective. Next, other character believes in discipline. Yes, the leader believes in discipline and authority. Next, constantly observe the burden on a subordinates. They are result oriented. Okay, then they are profit and cost conscious. They think about the profit also and cost also. Okay, then they work well in an emergency situation also. If there any emergency situation, so they calmly work at the emergency situation also. Then if I speak about the few disadvantages about the autocratic style, so employees get frustrated in long run, okay, because discipline is the major criteria in this autocratic style, means there may be a chances of frustration of employee, okay, or little opportunity for employee growth and advancement, because all the decisions will be taken by the manager only. So there may be a chances little opportunity will be available to the employee who are working over there. Next, lead to an atmosphere of a pressure and stress, because it is a discipline and high degree of control is there. So there may be a chances of pressure or stress on the employee. So coming to the democratic style, so here democratic leader take pride in involving subordinates in a decision making process. Means in the previous, the manager is the one person who are going to decide the decisions, or who are going to take the decisions. He doesn't allow anyone while taking the decisions. But here in the democratic style, the manager who is working under this style, he always take the suggestion, or he always involve the subordinates, the person who are there below him. So he always allow them while doing any kind of decisions. Okay, so democratic leaders take pride in involving subordinates in a decision making process, and they encourage group involvement in setting objectives, because it is decision making will be taken by the all persons. So group discussion will be carried out regarding objectives and establishing the strategies. They promote high moral and are concerned with the work climate and atmosphere. They look in a positive manners, means positive, whatever the work environmental is there, so that will be the positive work environmental in the democratic style. Okay, it is based on the assumption that everyone can contribute to the organization if they are simply asked to do so. Okay, so everyone are the responsible here. If I say few things about the democratic, so leader believes in sharing responsibility and authority, because whatever, if single decision want to be taken, then he will take the suggestion of all other persons who are involved in the particular organization. Okay, then manage the thing through a goals, not by a control. Okay, they focus on the goals, they won't do any policies or all those things. So it create positive work environment. Okay, and manager also shows the trust on the subordinates here. If I speak about some few disadvantages about this democratic style, so result in confusion and lack of control. Due to the lack of control, there may be a chances of less work. Okay, and it is time consuming, because there is no time limit. So there may be a extra time the people will take to complete any one particular task. So it is not a task oriented. Yes, it is not a task oriented or result oriented. It does not work any emergency situation. So but the manager who are working at autocratic style, under autocratic style, so he has to work under a emergency situation. But in a democratic style, such kind of situations will not appear. Okay, it does not work in an emergency situation. So coming to the next one, laissez-faire style. So a behavioral style of leader who generally gives the group complete freedom, provides necessary materials, participates only to answer questions and avoid giving feedback is called laissez-faire style. Okay, so manager who having the behavior like he gives the complete freedom to the group and provides the necessary materials, necessary resource, necessary whatever the things they need to complete their own task or to reach the goal. So all those things he will provide, and participates only to answer questions. Then his main play is he will give the answers to their questions. Okay, but he doesn't give any feedback on their work. Okay, so such kind of behavior of the manager will comes under the laissez-faire style. Okay, so this style can be used when works are known or motivated or goal directed or independent. Okay, next if I speak about these few characteristics, so it's relaxed working climate, yes, because it doesn't have any control over the employee. Then it delegates all decisions to subordinates, same thing, whatever the decision, while taking the decision, in the democratic style, same procedure also they are following in the laissez-faire style. Okay, so does not strictly enforce policies and procedures here. Okay, the work which is not strictly follow the policies or procedures here. And if I say disadvantage about this laissez-faire style, so state of confusion may be arise because of negligence or not understanding and lead to inadequate direction. So these all are the all about management style. Okay, so 3 management styles: autocratic, democratic and laissez-faire. So in first one, manager only the responsible to take the decision. In second one, manager and subordinates also involved. In the third one, manager and subordinates also involved, but the more freedom is here in the third laissez-faire compared to the second one. Then management style is nothing but we are going to seeing here, or we are going to say that manager behavior with respect to his different position of leadership. Okay, so that in the next class I will explain remaining topic of this chapter. Thank you.